Good morning. Welcome to the second episode of On the Mic. My name is Mike Albee. This is Jonathan Salarizano. We're both licensed attorneys in Arizona, and we're here to give you free legal information based on frequently asked questions that we receive from clients.
One of the biggest topics we've been seeing lately is immigration and family law. Sometimes they go hand in hand, especially with what happens with children once their parents get deported. And this is something we wanted to touch on today because we feel it's important to help do anything we can to protect these kids. And one of the ways to protect children is for the parents to have a legal guardianship in place. Mike, tell us a little bit about the legal guardianship and the form.
So legal guardianship is usually identified in a will. And what it does is it identifies the people or persons who are going to take care of your kids should you pass. But it's a little bit different in the immigration setting, correct?
Yes, for immigration purposes, what the parents have to understand is that once they put a legal guardianship in place and have designated another person, that other person has full control as to decision-making capabilities, whether it's medical, educational, what they're going to do with, but it's also a duty because they have to provide food, shelter, and education. So it's a big commitment, and it's important that people know what they're getting into when they do these.
Do you have a lot of immigration issues with children?
We do. We have. Unfortunately, it's sad, but it happens. You know, parents get deported. The kids are left here without a legal guardianship form in place, and they can be subject to be sent to CPS, which is Child Protective Services, and in control of the state. If they had prepared a little bit for an event like this, they could have gone to another family member.
What about, I know ICE is all over the news. What about ICE?
So there are important things that we're trying to educate the community. We believe that the an informed community is a strong community, and so a couple of things that you should know. If ICE comes to your door, you have certain rights. One of them is to ask to see a warrant that is signed by a judge, not just a warrant without a signature. It has to be signed. You have the right to say, you know what, slip this note under the door. I don't want to open. Inspect the warrant, and if it's signed, then they do have a valid warrant. You have the right to, try to contact an attorney as soon as possible, and you have the right also not to give information that you don't want to give out. So if they ask you for your immigration status and you don't want to give it at that moment, you don't have to answer anything. So your best bet is to call an immigration attorney as soon as something happens and reach out.
That's awesome. Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you.
All right. Join us next time when we'll be talking about a different subject.